closer you are to death, the more alive you feel.
You're James, aren't you?
Yes. Who's that?
It's Niki Lauda. He's just been signed by Ferrari.
It is nobody.
What is going on? It is Thursday, which means it's Throwback Thursday. So today I'm going to be reviewing another movie for my Throwback Thursday segment. And in honor of In the Heart of the Sea, directed by Ron Howard starring Chris Hemsworth, I will be reviewing their first get-together in the movie Rush. Rush is directed by Ron Howard, stars Chris Hemsworth and Daniel Bruhl as two Formula One race car drivers, and both are very, very passionate about driving, but kind of in separate ways. Chris Hemsworth stars as James Hunt, who's a race car driver, but he's kind of like the more playboy driver who wins races and gets all the glory. But Daniel Bruhl plays Niki Lauda, who is more about the technology behind the car and the racing and fixing the car up to have the best car that you possibly can to be the best driver. And this movie really takes you through this really awesome rivalry that's based on a true story.
Look at the way he's driving, like an old man.
Right now, with zero incentive, why would I drive fast?
Because I'm asking you to.
This is an incredible battle between these two great drivers.
Next time, I'll have you.
No chance. You're just a party guy. That's why everybody likes you.
Yes.
Ron Howard's one of my favorite actor-turned-directors, and he's given us movies like Apollo 13, which was one of my favorite space movies growing up, A Beautiful Mind, and of course Rush. And I think every movie he makes looks really, really good. I think that's something that you can count on from Ron Howard. Ron Howard started out as an actor, but made the transition into a director, which isn't an easy transition, but some guys like Ron Howard and Ben Affleck and Clint Eastwood all make it look really easy, and Ron Howard is personally one of my favorite actors turned director. Once again, just as you'd come to expect from Ron Howard's track record, this movie is really well directed. There are a lot of really good shots, and a lot of nice racing shots, which is pretty cool, because you get to see the action. The racing is the action in this movie, so you get to see that unfold through these very nice shots. Ron Howard also does a very good job of portraying this rivalry, and it's a rivalry that we don't really get to see in movies that often.
Yes, I know, I'm terrible.
No, you're not terrible. You're just who you are at this point in your life.
To be a champion, it takes more than just being quick.
You have to really believe it.
I've been waiting for this my whole life.
I can beat this guy, trust me.
He's consistent, dependable.
Will he put his life on the line the day that really matters?
Welcome to the racing grudge match of the decade.
World champion Niki Lauda, trapped in a searing inferno of 800 plus degrees.
Chris Hemsworth really turns in probably my favorite performance of his career, even though I know he's known as Thor, and that's what he'll go down as, but he's never really blown me away as Thor. He's always just kind of been the right look for the part, and I think he's a good actor, but this is by far, for me, his best performance. I also think Daniel Bruhl gave a really, really awesome performance. He's such a dark character and he needed to take it to such a dark place. He actually, for me, outdoes Chris Hemsworth. As good as Hemsworth's performance was, I think Bruhl was better. I also think Olivia Wilde might have given her best performance of her career. I really like her and I think she's a really likable actress. She just doesn't tend to pick movies that are really critically received well, but I really like her as an actress. Now, like I said, the best part about this movie is the rivalry between James Hunt and Niki Lauda. It's not your typical sports movie rivalry with the obvious protagonist and the obvious antagonist where they both hate each other. Neither of them are really the antagonists, and it's really cool to see how they might not become the best of friends, but they really develop this really cool respect for each other that is really nice to see in a rivalry. You see this obvious passion between both guys, it's just it's shown differently, but it's really nice to see the contrast between the characters and how it relays into that rivalry. They're both really passionate about racing, and that passion really is the driving force of the film.
Talk to me, James.
Don't go to men who are willing to kill themselves driving in circles looking for normality.
What did your wife say when she saw your face?
She said, you don't need a face to drive, you just need the right foot.
I feel responsible for what happened.
Watching you win those races while I was fighting for my life, you were equally responsible for getting me back in the car.
I really did like Rush and I would watch and enjoy it again, and I own it, but for me it's not a perfect movie. I know I said earlier that as always, you can expect a really good-looking movie from Ron Howard, but this movie kind of has like a bluish-yellow tint that doesn't really work for me. I didn't really like it in the movie. I think it would have been better served without that tint that it has. It's almost kind of like it's over-filtered. Like when you use a filter on a picture, it almost seems like it's used for the entire movie, just bluish-yellow. I think that also feeds into the next problem that I have with the movie, which is just kind of, sometimes the substance falls short, and maybe it's because they're trying to just make it look better as compared to really relying on where the film is with these characters. Overall though, I really did enjoy Rush, and I think Chris Hemsworth, Daniel Bruhl, and Olivia Wilde all turn in the best performances of their career for me personally. I really like Ron Howard's direction of the movie. He continues to be a director that will get me in the movie theater. I'm going to give Rush an 8.5 out of 10.
42 days after his near-fatal accident, Niki Lauda will race here today.
More powerful than the fear of death is the will to win.
So have you guys seen Rush? Comment down below and let me know what you thought. If you haven't, I would definitely suggest giving it a look and coming back and commenting to let me know what you thought. I would love to hear your thoughts. And are you going to go see In the Heart of the Sea this weekend? I should be seeing it pretty soon, and so as soon as I see it, I'll have my review up. I'm sorry I couldn't review Macbeth. I couldn't find any showtimes anywhere near my house, so once that gets in theaters near my house, I'll try and check it out and get a review out. As always, if you liked the video, please subscribe and follow me on Twitter to know when the new videos are out, and thank you for watching.